Today we're on a short day trip in Parma, Italy to find out whether it's worth visiting and what you should do as well as what you should eat when you visit Parma. Let's go. So of course we have to explain the logistics of how we took this day trip to Parma from Bologna. It was super easy. We started off at the Bologna Central Station and it took about an hour on a regional train that only costs about 10 euros round trip. Now we're in Parma, so let's head into the center and explore. After the train ride to Parma, the first thing we needed was breakfast. So we stopped at Grand Café Cavour, where we each got a cappuccino and a delicious pistachio croissant. All right, so now that we are all full and caffeinated, we are gonna head right into the center of Parma and check out the main cathedral right in one of the main squares here. Now, something interesting about Parma is not only is it known for obviously Parmesan cheese and Parma ham, however, it was actually founded in 183 BC by the Romans, so it's been around for a very long time. So not only will we hopefully be checking out a lot of the food here in Parma, but we'll also be checking out a little bit of the history so you can decide if you want to visit on a day trip when you're in Italy. So we just got out of the Parma Cathedral behind me here and it was absolutely stunning. It was free to go in, however, I definitely would have paid for it because the frescoes on the ceiling and just the painting everywhere, nearly every inch of the cathedral was covered with a painting. So one thing about the Parma Cathedral here is that you could not take pictures inside unless it was just for personal use. And given that this is on YouTube, it's not personal use. So unfortunately, we can't show you those stunning paintings that were inside. It's just completely different than any other church I've ever been in before. Now, a few fun facts about it was that it was first built in 1074. However, it was destroyed by an earthquake in 1117 and then rebuilt in the 12th century. And it's one of the best examples of Romanesque architecture here in Italy. So while being a small city here in Italy, the cathedral really stacks up to other big city cathedrals in Italy as well as around the world. It's definitely a must visit when you come to Parma. Right over on the other side of the cathedral here, we have the Baptistery, which I've actually never heard of before or never seen. It was built in 1196 and is made out of pink and white marble, and I just love the way it looks on the outside. But we're gonna go on the inside. Now, this one is not free. It actually costs 12 euros a person to enter, so we're gonna see if it's worth it compared to the free entry on the cathedral.
So we just came out of the baptistry, which you can see right behind me. It was 12 euros to enter, which might seem a little pricey at first, but honestly, once you enter, it is well worth a visit. The paintings in there are from the 13th century, and wow, is it impressive. And if you think about it, 6 euros for the baptistry and the cathedral, I think it's well worth the visit.
So we just came down the street here in Parma, and above the street there's all these mirrors just hanging over the place. It reminds me of in so many streets around the world where they have the umbrellas covering the street, and it looks kind of cool, almost like something for Instagram, but this is truly unique. I've never seen mirrors hanging everywhere. I wasn't sure if it was solar panels, TVs, or something else when we walked up, but it's definitely mirrors, and I'm not sure if it's an art installation, if it's something that's always like this, or why it's this way, but if you know, drop that in the comments because we're curious. But I don't know, it's definitely unique, but doesn't fit with the whole style of the city that we've seen so far here in Parma. So in this day trip to Parma, we are not going to be going and visiting one of the Parmesan cheese factories outside of the city. Unfortunately, Nico is just a little bit too young for that, and it's something we would like to do when he's a little bit older. So if there's one you've been to, and if you really liked it, make sure to drop that in the comments because we'd like to return in the future when he can enjoy it just a little bit more than he can now. So we're going to be sticking around the city of Parma to see if it's worth visiting and what you can do when you're on a day trip to Parma when you don't go do a tour of a Parmesan cheese factory. So now in saying that we're not going to go outside of the city to a Parmesan cheese tour, that doesn't mean we're not going to try Parmesan cheese and Parma ham, because that's definitely something we're doing when we're here in Parma for the day. So now, obviously, as I said, we're in Parma on a day trip from Bologna, Italy. And if you found this video just by searching for what to do in Parma, and you are going to be in Bologna, but you missed those videos, you're going to want to make sure to check those out. And we have a link for you right up here. We have a guide for 3 days in Bologna, as well as a whole Bologna street food tour. So make sure to check those out. So one of the top reasons people come to visit Parma is for the food. And that's exactly where we're heading now, in Trattoria al Tribunale, right behind me here. I'm so excited to try the food here in Parma. Let's head inside.
So we just finished up lunch at Trattoria del Tribunale and it was out of this world. We got a few appetizers, some wine, and then the Parmesan risotto, which was really delicious. But I'm gonna say my favorite thing that we got was the eggplant Parmesan. It was the best eggplant Parmesan I've ever had, and it was just so delicious. We made a reservation, so make sure to do that if you want to eat here, and I highly recommend it if you come to Parma.
So while that lunch was absolutely delicious and that Parmesan cheese was exquisite, we are now headed to a salumeria to try some Parma ham and perhaps a little bit more cheese and wine. So let's head there now. So we went into the salumeria and we struck out a little bit because their tables were booked for tastings to do there. However, we did get some Parma ham as well as some Parmigiano cheese to go. So we're headed to a piazza now to try them out. So like I said, while we struck out at the salumeria trying it, I did get Parmesan cheese, both a 24-month and a 72-month to try to see how good it is here straight in Parma where it's from. So first, let's try the 24-month. Wow, that is intense. That is really good. I like those little crystals in there. Absolutely delicious. Now let's go for the more aged 72-month one. Ooh. Oh my God. Wow. If I thought the other one was intense, this is even more so. I can just taste the little crunches of crystals in there. Absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. If you're gonna go for one, just go straight for the 72 months if you like intense cheese, because wow, this does not disappoint. All right, now I got the same for the Parma ham, which is from this region. While it's not from the city itself, it's actually from outside in the hills, just like the cheese. We knew we had to try this when we're here. So first, we have the younger ham. This is nice and thin. It reminds me of jamón ibérico in Spain. That was really good. It just almost melts in your mouth. Intense flavor, salty. I really like it. Now, let's go for the more aged ham here. Bigger slice. Oh my God. Just like the cheese. Wow, you gotta go for the more aged one if you're just gonna go for one. For both 4 slices of the younger ham as well as the older ham, as well as a bit of the younger cheese and the older cheese, it was only $8.40 at this place. So super affordable, both extraordinarily delicious, and wow, I would say definitely must tries when you're here in Parma. So we just got out of the Chiesa di San Giovanni Evangelista, and once again, I'm completely blown away. It was incredible on the inside. Those frescoes up above, just almost the entire church was painted. It wasn't quite as impressive as the Parma Cathedral. However, for being a free church to enter, why not go? Because just seeing those is something that a lot of people would pay for. So, of course, we're in Italy and we had to get gelato. I got the pistachio and then this salted butter caramel one. I don't know, they recommended it, so. Wow, that is delicious. And so is the pistachio. So I'm gonna say Parma's absolutely worth visiting when you come to Italy, whether it's for a short day trip like we did, or for a longer day trip visiting one of the Parmesan cheese factories. It has beautiful churches, amazing food, and it's just a wonderful city with a great ambiance. Plus some delicious gelato. Now, make sure to check out the other videos popping up on our screen here, and we'll see you over at them. Bye.